Hi everyone, welcome to the Ballet Physique. My name is Abby and this is your seat portion of your workout today. We're going to work on our glutes, our hamstrings, the whole back side of that lower body. So, only equipment we're going to need for today is going to be a heavier set of weights. So whatever is the heaviest thing you have around your house weight-wise, you can go ahead and grab that. You'll also need something sturdy to hold on to. So a countertop works well, a tabletop, even the side of your couch. If you're lucky enough to have a bar, go ahead and use that. But I'm going to get you set up here. So we're going to hold on to the bar with our left hand. Start in a first position that's heels together, toes apart, really tall through your torso, and then extend your back leg behind you on a diagonal. We're going to call this tendu back, and from here, we're going to keep the pelvis lifted as that leg lifts up and down off the floor. So just lift and lower and lift. I always like to give myself a check here to make sure that I'm staying super high and lifted on my supporting side. Okay, so we've got those hips. They want to stay straight front. You're trying to avoid lifting that back and those hips up or tilting them forward as you do this exercise. So there's a constant sensation of lifting up as you take that leg. Now, muscle group we're focusing on here, you might start to feel it already, is this gluteus medius to the back, right? That outside edge of your seat. We're lifting and lowering every time you pick that leg up. You're feeling a nice contraction. You're going to get a good squeeze back there. Go ahead, hold your leg up to the top. Take a little pulse. It's lift and up. And up. Something else to note, now that our leg is off the floor and we're keeping it there, is that your supporting side might start to feel some of this drama as well, and that is totally okay, right? So a lot of times we're thinking, all right, I'm supposed to be doing all this work on my right side leg, why does my left side hurt so much? It's just because you're stabilizing, you're supporting yourself on that standing side, so you've got two sides of your body working together. All right, I want you to lift and hold that leg 4 times. Lift, hold. And lift, hold. 2 more. Drop, lift, hold. You're going to turn that into a triplet. 3 up, 1 down. Goes up, 2, 3, little drop. Lift, lift, lift. Now the higher my leg goes, the more I'm thinking about pulling up through my center, not anteriorly tilting my pelvis, right? That's this way, letting that booty stick out behind us. That's a no-no. You don't want to do that. We got 4 more. Up, 2, 3. Goes lift, 2, 3. 2 more. I've got a little bit more for you here. Bear with me. Turn that leg out and circle. Circle. So teeny tiny little circles. Think that you're making a circle the size of a quarter or a bottle cap. Right behind you goes around and around and around. You got 4 more, and then I want you to switch directions in 3 and 2 and 1. So going the opposite way, keeping that glute on contraction the whole time. Right, real fast pulses to the finish. Right here goes up, 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 lift. Now notice my leg has been stick straight the whole time. Really lengthen out the back side of that leg, right? Quads are pulled up tight. Kneecap is pulled up into the quads. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, you're going to fold forward over the bar. Reach your right arm forward. We're bending both legs. And again, resume a lift and a lower. So this is now attitude derriere or attitude to the back. Okay, my leg is turned out, so my inner thigh is trying to be parallel to the floor. You might not have this much rotation. That's okay. If your knee points down towards the ground a little bit and you still feel the work on the outside of your seat, you're doing exactly what you need to do. So keep that up. Right from the top, pulse it a little bit quicker. It's up, down, up. Now something I have not tried to forget about is that connection through my center. Right? I don't want to let my abs just hang out. I'm going to keep them pulled up nice and tight. All right, from here, lift and hold 4 times. Lift, hold. My glutes are on fire, you guys. I don't know what you're feeling, but I am certainly feeling this. We're going to drop the knee down towards the floor. Internal rotation and external rotation. So turning it in and then turning it right back out. Right? The gluteus medius is an external rotator muscle. So by dropping that leg down and pulling it back up, you're letting the muscle stretch, and then you're contracting it to lift the knee. You've got 1 more, just like that. Take it a little bit faster. For 4, to the top. It's 3, to the top. And 2, very last little bit, I want you to flutter that knee open. We go flutter and flutter and flutter. If you want to notch this up 1 more level, you have the option to press onto a demi point on your standing foot. Let's take it faster. Pulse, 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 pulse. This is it, you guys. I want you to gather all the energy you got. 8 more counts. 8, 7, it's 6, and 5. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna need to stretch. So if you want to join me, I want you to cross that right leg over your left knee and just sit back into a figure four. This is going to give you a nice stretch on the outside of that right hip. Awesome. So we're going to move on. I'm not going to get you into that second side quite yet. What I want to focus on here, kind of in the interim, to let both sides relax a little bit, is hamstrings. So we're going to work both legs together. This is where you're going to need to pick up your heavier weights. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see this. A deadlift can be a tricky movement, but I want you to start by pulling your shoulders back, lifting up your thighs, kind of squeezing those glutes, and tucking your hips forward just a little bit. From here, you need to hinge forward slowly. I'm going to go super slow on this first one so that you can see my back staying flat. The only joint that's moving are my hips, and I'm going to come right back up, squeezing my hamstrings, squeezing my glutes, and keeping my weight forward to my toes. So we'll go a little bit faster. Down, 2, 3, and 4, coming up, and 2, and 3. One more time, just that slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulling it back to the top. Trying a little bit faster this time. 2 counts down, and 2 counts up. So on the way to the bottom, you should feel your hamstrings stretch. And the way to the top, again, you're gonna grab those glutes. You're gonna squeeze your hamstrings so you feel the entire posterior chain of your body really lighting up. Keep that tempo. If you can't quite reach down so far, if this is really tough on the flexibility of your hamstrings, go ahead and bend your knees slightly. Right? You're still gonna get a great workout through the backs of the legs. What you're not allowed to do, I'm gonna show you right now, is let your back collapse forward. Okay, so no roundness in the spine. Keeping that beautiful flat back position. 2 more times slow. This is gonna be tricky, so we're not gonna do too many. 8 single counts, as far down as you can go and as far as you can come up. So it's 8, squeeze, 7. Notice how I'm pushing my hips forward just a little bit so that I can squeeze my glutes more. We got 4 more here. It's 3, and 2, stick with me, down to the bottom, stay at the bottom, up an inch, down an inch, lift, and lift. So here's how I like to test myself. Making sure my weight's in my toes. I like to lift my heels up just a couple times, making sure that I am not sitting way back into my heels. If that happens, I lose the work in my hamstrings. Last 8 counts, 7, 6, and 5. You can do this. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Stand it all the way up. Give your legs a shake if you need, maybe a stretch for your hamstrings. You can go ahead and set your weights down. Before we hit our second side of gluteus medius work, take a little stretch for the hamstrings. Right, you can bring your foot up onto the bar. You could keep it on the floor and hinge forward. Just a little bit of love for the backs of the legs, yeah? All right. So again, little pause moment. So if you need a drink of water, now's a great time to grab one. Catch your breath, because we're getting ready to go into that second side of our standing seat work, right? Starting in first position, heels together, toes apart. Got my left hand on my hip, right hand on the bar, and you're gonna tundle your leg to the back diagonal behind you. As soon as you're ready, that leg starts to lift and lower, and right off the bat, I can feel that glute really firing up, lifting through my chest, keeping that torso very lengthened, and watching out for any anterior tilt in the pelvis, right? I'm not gonna let my booty stick out. I'm gonna squeeze all through that back side of the body, keeping that right hip lifted. Perfect, you guys. Up and down and up. Hold it to the top. Take your small range pulse. All right, so I always check, like I said, having my hand sometimes to place it on the parts of my body that I want to make sure that I'm working correctly. Right? A lot of times, if you put your hand on the muscle group that's working, it helps you to fire up a better mind to muscle connection. You're going to hear me talk about that one a lot. It's one of my favorites these days. So, mind to muscle connection allows you to be a little bit more efficient with your workout. Right? You don't want to just do these moves and not get anything out of it. You want to know exactly what you're doing them for. So touch what you want to be squeezing. Make sure it's solid as a rock and get all of that workout, right? And up. And we're going to take 4 times to lift and hold. Lift, hold. Drop, lift, hold. 2 more, just like this. Drop, lift. All right, other side, we started our circles right here. Those circles. So small, right? Size of a quarter, size of a bottle cap. Very little. I feel like mine are too big, actually. You gotta make it smaller. Okay. And around. And around. And around. You see 8 more in the same direction. You can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, going 4, and 3, and 2. Reverse it, go back and up the other way. It doesn't matter which way you started, as long as you can take it the opposite direction. Now careful, as you get more fatigued, that leg is going to want to sag down, okay? You've got to keep all of that body elevated and lifted. Lots of length through the back side of that foot. Give me 7 more. Go 6, and 5. Here's 4, and 3, and 2. Back to your small range pulse. So this time I want you to try to transition from here without taking a rest. So it's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, a little fancier, if you will. So you're going to hop slightly away from the bar, fall forward, and then bend your knees to attitude derriere. Okay? So I'm lengthening out my waist. My left arm is reached forward onto the bar. My spine is still long. Shoulders are down, and again, I'm not rounding into my back, but I'm keeping that lift through the center. Up and up. If you ever want to test yourself, always think about what this would feel like if you had to do it in a plank. We need 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You're going up for 2 and down for 2. Up, down, little lift, little lower, up, 2. All right, so we may have slightly different variations on both sides, but our goal is just to reach full burnout, full fatigue of that gluteus medius. We need 3 more like this, then we're going to take our internal and external rotation, knee drops down to the floor, 2 counts down. And then 2 counts to externally rotate. Goes down, 4, 2, and up, 4, 2. 2 more times like this. Yep, squeezing all that rotation open. Go ahead and take it a little faster. And I'm trying to keep my hips as stable as possible. They might be shaking a little bit, but I'm doing my best not to let this happen. All right, that's way too much movement. Down, up, knee flutters to the top. Getting close to that finish point. As you flutter, you're welcome to pop that right heel up to a forced arch. Double time that. Pulse goes press. Deep breath in. This is where we're going to finish. Last 8 counts goes 8, 7, 6, and 5. Final 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Woo. Again, same stretch that you took on the first side. I definitely need it again. So I'm going to cross my left ankle over my right knee and just sit way back into my hips. And another one that tends to feel good. Just sticking that booty out to the side. I call this the JCPenney catalog model, right? Okay, so just really sink into that hip, should feel good. And we're going to polish off with 1 more set for the hamstrings and the glutes all in one, okay? We're going to pick up those weights again, but this time, come down to the floor. Hallelujah, right? So you get to lay down on the ground. You're going to put those weights right on top of your hips for some added resistance. Feet are parallel, and I don't want your heels too close to you, right? So squeeze them out a little bit further. Relax the upper body. We're taking the hips up for 2 counts here. Up, 4, 2, and down, 4, 2. I want you to start slow. Okay, we don't need to take this too super fast. Right, coming back to that mind to muscle connection. You're going to be thinking about what part of your body you're sculpting as you do this. So what we're working here is the whole back side of the legs. The hamstring inserts into the glute, right underneath the base of that glute, right at that little smile of your seat, yeah? So that's the part we're trying to actively engage, is upper hamstrings and lower glutes. Go ahead now that you've got that. We'll take it a little bit faster. 1 count up, 1 count down. Squeeze, release. I'm also trying to keep my legs parallel. I can already feel there's a temptation to let my knees kind of wobble around a little bit. I'm fighting hard to make them stay straight ahead. Also fighting hard to keep that engagement in my glutes. Sometimes I could just do this. I could lift my hips up and down all day and not get much out of it, but focusing on what I want to feel the burn really does make a difference, at least for me. So again, up and down. I like to inhale, then exhale, inhale, up, exhale down. Take 4 more at this tempo, everyone. Then we're gonna stay up to the top and work just the squeeze of the pelvis. Hold it up here. So from here, I'm gonna tuck and release, tuck and release. I'm getting into that severe burn mode right about now. So if you are there with me, I want you to keep going. We're in this together. Keep squeezing underneath, adding a little bit more of a lift as I squeeze this time. So squeeze, push higher. Drive down into your heels. You're gonna feel those glutes, you're gonna feel those hamstrings lift and lower, and lift and lower, goes up and down. I'm gonna hold on to the squeeze. Now just pulses up an inch, down an inch. Lift, goes up and up. If this becomes too much for you at any point, you're always welcome to drop those weights off to the side and just use your body weight, right? But remember, having those weights on the hips adds just that little bit extra. All the way down, all the way up goes drop and lift. We're getting close to that finish line, everyone. Down and up, and drop and lift. Keep breathing, again, fueling your body with oxygen as you work out. 2 more. I want those faster but the same range. Ready, set, go. Down, up, down, up, down, up. This is where we're gonna finish all together. Keep it going. Final 8, you can do this. Goes 8, 7, 6, and 5. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Whew. And congratulations, everyone. You have just completed a nice booty workout. Thanks so much. Let's come see us again.